Daniel Ricciardo is leaning towards spending next year as a reserve driver as his options to remain on the grid in 2023. Just 3 seats remain on the driver market. Daniel Ricciardo addressed this as quoted by Fox Sports Australia. You are watching round the outside F1 and Ricciardo is considering reserve role as ideal for next year. Speaking to journalists at the Singapore Grand Prix, he suggested that spending 2023 in a top team was now his preferred alternative rather than moving further down the grid. They are the 2 realistic options, he admitted. It's possible. These are all things I'm weighing up. I know, having been through the last few years, there's something about obviously Monza last year was the best case scenario fighting for a win. What fighting at the front does when you've had that taste, it's real. That's ultimately where I want to be. I guess I don't want to just race to race. I want to race with a true belief and understanding that I could be back on the podium. Mercedes has been rumored to be an option, with current reserves Nick de Vries and Stoffel van Dorn both likely to leave the German Marks fold next year. Ricciardo accepted, however, that it was a long-shot strategy with a slim chance of paying off. In the ideal world that's the plan, but I know that if I choose to take a reserve role or not race next year, nothing's guaranteed, he said. So that comes at a risk, but that's what we're weighing up. At this stage I think especially with a top team there are no guarantees. Of course plan A would be to be on the grid, so nothing's changed, but I know the landscape probably changes as well at the end of next year with contracts and whatever. I'm just still discussing. I don't want to say remaining patient but just say remaining open. The Australian had looked drained in Monza, but in Singapore he was visibly re-energized from taking a trip home to Perth to digest what has been a seismic 2 months for the 33-year-old. He said that being away from the sport for 2 weeks had cemented how much he wants to remain in Formula One, but also the power of taking a break from it. After Monza we did a bit of sim and some factory stuff, but then I got to get home. And it was kind of just nice being around family and switching off and spending some time at the farm and even just doing fun things, riding bikes and just being a bit of a kid again, he said. That sort of stuff's cool, but even getting back in the paddock today, I saw Tom Stallard, my engineer, and I felt like I hadn't seen for a while. I kind of missed him. A little bit of time away is powerful. It reminds you how much you miss it. If I'm not to be racing, then I feel like there could be a blessing in all that. It could make me freaking stat foaming at the mouth wanting to get back. That's why I'm pumped to be on the grid again, but I'm also seeing positives if that's not the case. That's why I'm at peace with whatever's going to happen in 2023, because I feel like everything's going to happen for a reason. All these things will make sense. Should Ricciardo get whatever seat he can get for next year or gamble with being a reserve role with Mercedes in 2023? Let us know in the comments section below. Hit like and subscribe to our channel. It is free and will help us a lot. While you are here, watch my other videos to keep yourself updated in everything Formula One.